welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to... And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Here's the starting group for Houston. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Shepard out there with Green. And it's MP in at the small forward. Now, here's Şengün. Following the miss by Jabari Smith.
And Şengün knows when you don't have the ball, you have to stay ready to catch and fire.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Green. Here's Lively. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now we're trying to build around those two guys.
Now, here's MP. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. On the wing, Green, no luck. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Whatever they ask Smith to do, he is more than willing. And boy, is he capable.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Makes it off the glass.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the middle. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Şengün hits them both. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Dallas. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the dunk by MP.
I tell you, sometimes you can make a statement with a dunk. MP, yes, sir.
Here's Doncic. Following the score by Houston. Rockets with the rebound. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
And so it's Houston with it after Luka Doncic's miss. And it's Shepard missing. Doncic looking it over. Outside, Green. Pass to Lively. Hardaway against Green. 6 on the shot clock. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Silky smooth from the mid-range. Hardaway Jr., that form is on point.
Houston in the lead. Outside, Green. MP left side. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. MP's got 5.
And being able to spot up for that jump shot is really a skill MP has improved.
And stolen by Şengün. Over to the wing. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Down low. Here's Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jalen Green.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. And Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all-NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
Here's Green, following the basket by MP. Pass to Lively. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Lively with the screen. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas again missing.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And it's Shepard missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. 4-point game. Back to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. 9 points in the game so far.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
The drive by MP, and he banks in the layup.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Doncic against MP. Inside. Out to Doncic. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Houston leading by 3. MP passes to Green. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
Lively a screen on MP. MP against Doncic. Puts one up from 19. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Doncic has got 11 points.
We know that Luka's a 3-level scorer. He's elite from any range. That time he goes to the midi.
Here's MP. Pass to Shepard. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the 76ers. Back to Doncic. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one. Screen by Şengün. MP passes to Shepard. Back to MP. It's stolen by Green. Doncic outside. It's stolen by Shepard. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And the dunk by Smith.
And you see how fast Smith leaks out. He loves running in the open floor.
Here's Alexander Walker. Still scoreless. Pass to Doncic. Fires from deep. He can't get that one. Houston leading by 8. Over in the corner, Green. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Pass to MP. Pulls up from the corner. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Green in the high post. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And a wide open look for MP. The Rockets with another miss. Mavericks trail by 8. Pass to Alexander Walker. On the wing, Hardaway. Covered by Green. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Houston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's MP. Another miss by MP.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Hardaway finds Alexander Walker. Lively with it. Pass to Green to end the cold streak. And the rejection by MP.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Şengün passes to Green. He lobs it up, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And let's bring up a list of point guards that over the last month have been on fire from three-point land. Fifth pass, Reed Sheppard.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
You know, and having that element of long-range shooting ability, it makes them a tough puzzle for defenders to solve. You know, it's an invaluable asset for point guard, and these players have it in a big-time way.
And so it's Houston with it. The Mavericks making the shot. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Grimes passes to Hardaway. There's the pick. To the inside. And finished off by Lively.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Rockets leading by 6. Sheppard with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Thompson outside. Takes a 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Rockets ahead, up by 6. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Maxi Kleber is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last game against Philadelphia played some huge minutes. He scored 35 points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Here's Eason. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Nurkic setting the pick for Eason. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And finished off by Nurkic.
This is about first setting a tremendously good screen by Nurk, then getting off the screen and converting and pick and roll. So good.
Now, here's Gafford. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Grimes. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Over Sheppard. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Thompson. And he stays with it. Now, MP. Down low. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Mavericks making a switch here. Wong's checked in. Jalen Green's checked in for the Rockets. Pass to Marshall. Here's Grimes. Over Green. Shot by Grimes. No good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
With excellent footwork, Nurkic remains effective in those pick-and-roll situations.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Mavericks making a switch here. Prosper's checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Nurkic. Eason finds MP. Back to Eason. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Eason's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. Outside Hardaway. There's the pick. All sorts of time. Basket counts. Hardaway's got 7.
Well, in today's NBA, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Hardaway doing work right there.
MP right side. Pass to Smith. Count it. He has 6.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by Jabari Smith. Hardaway against Thompson. Hardaway passes to Grimes. It's on target from the high post. Grimes has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, they specifically want Grimes to be in positions to catch and shoot, and you see why right there.
MP passes to Smith, and it's in there. And the Rockets lead by 12.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here is Hardaway. He's got 7. Here's Grimes, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Thompson. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hardaway. And a switch here also for Houston. Whitmore's checked in. MP sets the screen for Whitmore. Here he goes. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trail by 12. Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
That one falls.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here's Marshall bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Marshall passes to Green. And here is Doncic. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Doncic has got 14 points.
We know this is one aspect that Luka consistently goes to. It's either in the paint or from deep. You've got to guard the long ball.
Now, here's MP. Defense right on him. MP sets the screen for Whitmore. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trail by 11. Marshall with it. Now defended by Whitmore. Doncic passes to Gafford. At the top of the key, Marshall. Out to Doncic. 5 on the clock. That 3 off the mark.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
And Şengün gets it to go on the assist by MP.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on MP.
This guy's such a tough cover. Doncic generates so much offense in so many ways.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And the second free throw, good. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Here's Doncic. He's coming off a 37-point game against Detroit.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
And here is MP after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Doncic against MP. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Fires the 3. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Green against Hardaway. Green with a screen on Green. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer, and he connects with the jumper. Hardaway has got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And Doncic is right there.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Here's MP. Another miss by MP.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Green finds Doncic. Back to Green for the 3. MP grabs the miss. Rockets leading by 9. Pass to Whitmore. Whitmore sets a screen for MP. Shoots a fader. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nurkic checked in for Şengün. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And Shepard subbed in for Jalen Green. Now, here's MP. He's got 11. Alexander Walker passes to Hardaway. That bucket in no time at all. He's got 12.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Now, here's MP. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game.
When you see a young player with a level of physicality, MP doing work on the inside.
For Houston, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. And both free throws good for MP.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Doncic against MP. And the rejection by MP. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Green kicks to Doncic.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
Here's Shepard. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Shepard's got 5 now.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Well, I think of Houston, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Houston Rockets.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this. They're playing some selfless basketball. It's been a thing of beauty.
Stacking the dimes and buying buckets. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Doncic. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nurkic checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Jabari Smith.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Grimes. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Marshall deciding where to go with it. Hardaway for 3. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
On the wing, MP. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. He's got 15.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
They set the pick. Hardaway from outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Osber's checked in. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Rockets. And here's Marshall bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 18 and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Houston.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Wong's checked in, and so he makes both from the line. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
Screen by Nurkic. The drive by MP. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Mavericks trail by 18. Now Marshall. Scoreless thus far. Here's Grimes. Shot clock at 6. Takes a shot at the elbow and off the front, and in it goes.
Well, this isn't a frequent scoring area for Grimes, but I'll tell you, take the mid-range jumper.
MP dishes to Nurkic, and a wide-open look for Whitmore. And the 3-ball is good. Whitmore's got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Marshall passes to Lively. They set the pick. Here's Grimes, and Thompson sends it back.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And 1:01 left to play in the third. Here's MP. Made that one as his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
Well, being able to finish through contact, essential for MP. No one going to make it easy on the interior.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brooks with no one around. Here's Nurkic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Nurkic has got 10.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Marshall passes to Grimes. To the paint, here's Lively, and finished off by Lively.
Let's remember, this guy's got a 9'4" standing reach and a vertical that's ridiculous. Lively just getting to the rim.
Here's MP with plenty of space. They get it back and finished off by Nurkic.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Quentin Grimes taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. They set the pick. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Rockets. It's been an excellent game for him.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Daniel Gafford, and it's Kleber in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Produced screen on Green. Shot by Grimes. No good. Rockets leading by 23. Brooks the pass to MP. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. MP's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Smith. Kleber with the rebound. Dallas shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Gafford sets the pick for Marshall. 6 to shoot. Pass to Gafford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And he's good on the first of 3.
Well, Quentin Grimes remains a young player who is defense first. He can be a lockdown guy, and he's just continuing to build confidence offensively.
And the Rockets making a change here. Shepard's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Rockets leading by 20. Pass to MP. The Rockets with another miss. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Now, here's Kleber. He's covered by Eason. And it's blocked. MP deciding where to go with it. Here's Smith. Lays it up off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Marshall will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Kleber. For the screen on Eason. Kleber, the pass to Grimes. Dallas moving it around. And the rejection by MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touch by MP. Dallas making a switch here. Wong's checked in. Here's Grimes. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
First personal foul, first team foul. Eason, 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. And a switch here also for Houston. Şengün's checked in, and he's good on the second. Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Doncic. And the rejection by MP. MP sets the screen for Eason. Back to MP. Shot clock at 5. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Gafford sets the pick for Doncic. To the middle. And Gafford throws it down.
There's really no defense for Luka Doncic. He will manipulate or exploit whatever you try to do in the pick and roll.
Inside. MP passes to Şengün. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Grimes. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Şengün with the bucket. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Dallas shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Pass to Doncic. For the screen on MP. MP against Doncic. And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
On the wing, MP. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. MP's got 11 points here in just the second half. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside, Green. Here's Hardaway. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Reed Sheppard.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the first one at the line is good.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer, and he's got the game to do just that.
Hardaway hits them both. Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. To the paint. Stolen by Lively. The high post shot, and Hardaway gets it to go. And that's now 21 points for Tim Hardaway.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. just piling on at this point. When this guy's in the zone, he can make anything happen.
Eason, the screen. Here's MP. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Şengün's checked in for Houston. Amen Thompson comes in for Fred VanVleet. For Dallas, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Back to Doncic. Over MP. Doncic, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Şengün passes to MP. Out left to the wing. Eason gets a wide open look. Off target with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hardaway kicks to Green. And here is Hardaway. Lock at 6. From past the arc. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Shepherd, defended by Alexander Walker. Eason, a screen on Hardaway. MP. Oh! It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. For the Rockets, Nurkic checked in for Şengün. Cam Whitmore comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Shepherd. The drive by MP. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Alexander Walker on the wing. Whitmore defending. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the triple. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
MP sets the screen for Thompson. Pass to Nurkic. Houston needs to get a shot. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Alexander Walker passes to Hardaway. Now here's Doncic. Green with a screen for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Nurkic. Tari Eason comes in for Whitmore. And Shepherd subbed in for Brooks. Doncic against MP.
Great defense. The activity of MP, so impressive right there.
Doncic outside.
2 minutes.
Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
Pass to Lively. He swipes the ball away again.
And the thief strikes again. He's piled up so many steals this season.
And the effort has been there all year long. And now he is tied for second on the list for most steals.
And it was Don Busey in 1977 who had previously laid claim to the second most steals in a season. But he has been joined here in what has been an outstanding campaign.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's up against Thompson. 4 on the clock. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to the storied season one more time. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for MP.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Shingu, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. 24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, here's Marshall. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Grimes. Offensive rebound. MP outside with the drive and the dunk by MP.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.